Hey, what's up? It's your boy Doc Reid. I am back. Sorry about that. So listen, today I want to talk about again how narcissists manipulate women with shifting blame. And like I said, if you are involved with a narcissist, you know exactly what this is about because they like to put stuff on you that you ain't got nothing to do with. So many of you have been and are carrying the blame and responsibility for something that is not yours to carry. And so I call you the firefighters. So if you're involved with a narcissist, you, when they scream, help, 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 or they play the victim, you put on your firefighter gear, you charge the building, and you try to put the fire out. You try to fix the problem. The problem with that is the problem was never yours to fix in the first place. So with your narcissist feeling entitled, feeling like you owe them something, the world owes them something, they can mess things up, screw it all up, but somebody else is responsible for coming along and fixing the mess. Well, in this instance, he figures, he or she figures that that's you. And they come across very self-righteous, and the problem that you're having with this whole shifting blame is you can't seem to get free. Many of you can't seem to get free, no matter what you do. You maybe have tried to block, you've tried to, ignore, and they say or they do something that gets you sucked right back in. One of the things that Jesus said in Scripture when he rebuked the Pharisees, he said, "You you are experts in the law." And he said, woe unto you, because you load people down with burdens they can hardly carry, and you yourselves will not lift one finger to help them. Now, I'm not saying that the Pharisees were narcissists, but I am saying this is a characteristic of a narcissist, where they're going to load your plate up with all of this crap. You did this, you did this. I can't do this because you won't let me, and blah, 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 blah. But they're not going to do one thing to try to help lighten your load, okay? But they're going to keep on harping on you what you're not doing, that's not allowing them to be free, and everything is your fault. And so this robs you of all your peace of mind. Now, one of the things that I have found is highly effective with countering this is when you call what I call when you have what I call responsible accountability. Now, what is a responsible accountability? It's similar to what you have, like even in the 12-step program, like when you have a partner or a sponsor, and you're trying to kick that habit, you've been on the bottle. Well, a lot of times dealing with a narcissist, y'all have heard me talk about, it's like being on crack, and it's just as strong as being addicted to any drug. Well, a lot of times you need this responsible accountability, because even like in Scripture, it says, bear you one another's burdens. It is our responsibility to help one another, not like the narcissist tries to make you responsible for everything that they're doing. Not like that, but a yin yang, a kind of give and take relationship. And Scripture talks about that we that are strong ought to bear the infirmities. I believe that that's how it goes: bear the infirmities of the weak. If I got that screwed up, help me out. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hey, what's up, Attila? Good to see you. And so by saying that, when you have responsible accountability, that means that somebody is taking responsibility for helping you to stay on track. Okay. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of times when you're involved with these narcissists, you try to go at it alone. And that's just not going to help. Even Jesus needed help when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he was asking the disciples, hey, listen, I need y'all to pray with me. I'm going through this. I'm struggling right now. I'm about to do the hardest thing that I've ever done. And for many of you, being with a narcissist is the most difficult thing that you have ever faced in your entire life. And you cannot, and you should not try to do it alone. Now, when you talk about having somebody who is your accountability partner, so to speak, they have to be reliable and they have to be qualified. Not everybody is reliable, because you call on some folks like Jesus with the disciples, and he says, come on, y'all couldn't hang out with me for an hour. I'm sitting up here, I'm going through, I'm about to do this whole down the cross thing, and I mean, all I'm asking is an hour. No, they would sleep. And some of your friends be sleeping on you. You know what I mean? They be sleeping on you. You call them and you need them there in the midnight hour. Now they're gonna talk a good game. Hey, what's up, Bobby? They're gonna talk a good game. They're gonna tell you how, oh yeah, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you need me, I'm there, I'm down for you, I'm your road dog. But when you really need them, it's crickets, or they got excuses. So not everybody is qualified to play that responsibility or that accountability partner in your life. And a lot of you are either too private, or you're a little embarrassed to let somebody know that you need help in this way. Okay. And you just want to try to go it alone. I'm trying to tell you, nobody, especially when you're talking about narcissists, and get out the trauma bonding. You can't go through that alone. You need help. That's not even spiritual. It's not even a spiritual principle for us to just handle our issues by ourselves. You know what I mean? And a lot of you, you've watched a ton of videos. I mean, you memorize all the terms and everything, but a lot of you, for that, you got to go a step beyond that, because I compare it to this. You can learn all this material when your emotions aren't really haven't kicked in, right? So if you can walk a straight line, walk across a plank, that's fine. But you put that same plank up between two extremely high buildings about the size of the Empire State Building, and you ask you to walk across that plank. It's the same plank, but it's very difficult now. Why? Because you got your emotions are kicking in, because you're afraid of, what if I fall? What if this? What if that? All right. And now that information that you had, that you felt that you knew so well, you find it very difficult to implement, because all of this chaos is going on around you. Like Peter walking on the water, once the wind and the waves started kicking in, he started to sink. Now, think about this. How free would you be if you had the right kind of accountability partner, holding you up and making sure that when you were weak, that you didn't fall, and say, hey, I got your back. Think how now this person who has tried to manipulate you by shifting blame on you, now they don't have any power over you. And they're trying all their little tricks, but because now you're anchored, you have somebody that has your back, you don't fall for that, right? And some of your friends may be like, how did you even get to this place? Because we know you was going through, you was a straight crackhead out here. And the thing about it is, that's what great coaching does. I mean, really, if it's good, part of the job is holding you accountable. All right. Because you got to have somebody that cares enough, that knows how to do it. But at the same time, not just caring, because your friends care, but sometimes your friends make horrible accountability partners. I mean, nothing against them. And sometimes your friends give you very bad advice. They mean well, but they struggling trying to get their own situation together. And I did a video talking about when your good friends give you bad advice. But when you have somebody that is in that role, and your accountability partner is not always your friend. You know what I mean? Your coach, not, if you played any sport, great coaches may not necessarily be your friend, because they have to hold you to a higher standard. And sometimes they may have to tell you some things that you really don't want to hear, but it's in your best interest. Okay. But that's what you're going to need, okay, to get you beyond, that point where you are, somebody to push. Like Jesus told Peter, said, hey, before the cock crows, you're going to deny me. He even rebuked Peter when Peter said, listen, I'm not going to let we're not going to let you go to the cross. He said, get ye behind me, Satan. He rebuked Peter. He wasn't trying to be Peter's friend in that moment. He was trying to elevate his mind, okay, to get him to see something beyond himself. And sometimes that's what you need in this situation, okay? So like I said, when that person is shifting the blame and taking you through all these changes, you need somebody in your life that can play that role for you. And so they're checking on you, like God was checking on Adam. Hey, where you at, Adam? Okay, you didn't got ghost on me. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be in the garden. You're supposed to be here. Now I can't find you. See, because I know when people that I'm working with a client, and I know they even got into some foolishness, because they get real silent on you, but you got to have that sixth sense to know, hey, listen, there ain't no shame. There ain't no judgment. Okay, we're going to get up. We're going to dust you off. We're going to put you right back in there. So if you know that this is something that you need, get at me, schedule your free 30-minute consultation. I would love to help you walk you along this journey and be your accountability partner, if you know that that's what you need, because you've tried everything else and basically you keep stumbling and going back and subjecting yourself to being blamed, because you know that you're a firefighter. You're an empath. As soon as they yell help, 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 and they try to put the blame on you. You're going to try to put the fire out, but that's not your job to do. You go to my website, ChristopherReid.org. You'll see there in the right-hand corner where you can book your free 30-minute consultation. We'd love to talk about you to help you along your journey of healing, to break free for good of that narcissist, not the whole back and forth thing, because I know you've done that and I know that you're tired of it. All right. Also, go to my website, ChristopherReid.org, get this free book, free resource for you. Download the PDF or the Kindle version. I say that every time that I come out here. So let's see. Let me say hi to a few people because I love when y'all hang out with me. Let's see. I already said hi to a couple already. Okay, let's see. Sarah, speaking the truth through scriptures. I need this in my recovery. Yes. Hey, the truth ain't nothing but the truth in the scriptures. The truth, hey, the scriptures, Jesus said, you'll know the truth and the truth will make you free. What's up, the beauty within? You definitely need a strong support system with healing with a narcissist. Yes, you do. Ongoing. So like I said, if y'all need that, I would love to be that resource for you. Hopefully you enjoy the free videos, but like Jesus said, with some things that you go through in life, like he said, this one comes out by prayer and fasting. You know, some things, yeah, maybe just this one element, you can watch a couple of videos, you know, kind of get you over the hump, or read a couple of books. But when you find that you've done all that and you've digested a million videos and read 1,000 books, and you still, that has not helped you, because books and videos don't ask you questions about your specific situation. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to somehow, you know, it's going to generalize a little bit, but how he called you today, how he blamed you today, how he tried to make you feel guilty today, 5 minutes ago, and he said this, and you didn't know how to counter that. And it's the emotions that come up that really ensnare you, that pull you, you know what I'm saying, to get you manipulated and pulls you back in, right? And so that's what you ultimately need help dealing with. So like I said, if you need help with that, make sure you get at me, schedule your free 30-minute consultation. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. Happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone has a good week, and God bless you.